Find yourself in a controlling relationship and you just don't know how to break free? Well, I'm going to give to you some of the keys to breaking free from narcissistic controllers. Okay. Well, hey there, YouTube. Listen, today I'm going to talk to you about one of the ways that you can start the process or start the journey of breaking free from a controller or someone that you're in a relationship with that is controlling. They may be a narcissist, they may be narcissistic, they could be, bound by that spirit known as Jezebel. But in order to get free, there's several things that need to be done. I'm only going to give you one of them today. And actually, I want to introduce my new book that I put out, my wife and I. It's called Enough: Liberating Yourself from Controlling Jezebelic Relationships. In the chapter that talks about breaking free from the controller, the first thing that we tell you is that you need to come out from any self-denying that you're being controlled or that you're in a controlling relationship. Denial is not that you don't know the truth. That's not what denial is. Denial is that you know the truth, or you know the facts about the situation, the person, the relationship. You just choose to simply ignore them. So to come out of denial means that you're going to have to embrace reality and take control over your life. Okay? The controlling behavior of another person should be enough evidence to you to suggest that that person is indeed a controller. And I get the fact that it can be hard, it can be tough to accept the truth that you are being controlled by someone that you genuinely love. This could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, a mother, a child, a system, a minister, a leader, your boss. It could be a lot of different people. So I get the fact that it can be hard, but you have to come to that place where you say, you know what, the truth is I'm being controlled, or the truth is I'm in a controlling relationship. So how do you do that? Well, check your own emotions. Our emotions are, sometimes we even say we trigger or we manifest. That's coming from the emotional arena. Okay. It's based on thoughts, but it's an emotion that's triggering. So it could be anger, it could be anxiety, it could be a lot of different things. So check your emotions. How do you feel? How do you feel around someone that may be a controller? Do you feel tense? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel tormented with fear every time the person's number pops up on your cell phone, or a text comes in, or you see their email address, or if they show up to your house, you see their car roll up in front of your house? Do you go through severe tension and anxiety, fear, hyperventilating? You see things so negative. Well, in that case, you're most likely being controlled, but you don't want to be in denial of it. You just want to accept it and say, you know what, I am being controlled. Then you can start your journey into some of the other steps to breaking free from the controller, or the narcissistic controller, the Jezebelic controller. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that you are perfect. It doesn't mean that you don't have some issues that you need to work on yourself. You do. But the first step in getting free from a controller is acknowledging that you are being controlled. We can go in later on to why are you being controlled? What's within you that's maybe enabling or has been ignorant of different type of activities, or the way somebody talks or responds or behaves, or whatever it may be. So stop hiding from the fact that you're in a relationship with a control freak. Okay. You don't want to be there. Okay. As much as you want to think of them as a good person, as much as they're within your family, as much as you've invested in that person, it doesn't mean that you're to be controlled. No one should be controlled. We're not created to be controlled by other people. So you can love this person genuinely, and they may even say that they love you. And perhaps they do based on what their understanding of love really is. But if control is there, no matter who's doing the control, it needs to be broken. It cannot exist if you're going to have a healthy relationship with anybody. Again, we're talking about husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. It doesn't matter. Boss, pastor, doesn't matter. Okay. You cannot be controlled. Their controlling behavior cannot come at or you being controlled cannot come at the expense of their controlling behavior. Okay. So if you need help understanding that you're in denial, that's what we do. We help people to understand where they're at and what they need to do. We give you strategies. This book that we wrote is designed to give you strategies to come out from controlling relationships. Okay. So these hard decisions that you have to make are going to include things like boundaries. All right. You're going to have to limit your interaction with people who are controlling. You may have to go no or partial no contact with someone. Okay. But it's a decision that needs to be made is what I'm saying. Okay. Denial many times can come as a coping mechanism that keeps you away from addressing the real issue at hand. Okay. So you want to come face to face with your denial. Again, coaching is a great way to help a person, okay, come face to face that they're in denial. Accept the fact I'm being controlled. And this is my mother, this is my father, this is my son or my daughter, my sister, my brother, whoever. It doesn't matter who, okay? So come face to face with your denial. And if you don't come face to face with your denial, then you know what's going to happen? You're just going to stay bound. You're going to stay in the same situation. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to grow and develop into other areas in your life, okay? Because you're going to normalize that behavior that's controlling from that person to you. So how do you know if you're in denial? What are some of the signs that you're in denial? Well, if you dismiss the topic of control, or somebody brings up the topic and says that you're in a controlling or a controlled relationship, and you dismiss it. Oh no, he that's just how he is. He doesn't really mean it. Or no, she doesn't really mean that. Okay, you're dismissing the topic. You're dismissing it. You don't even want to ask questions. Well, how do you see that? What's going on? Okay, you don't want to talk about it. That's another thing. You don't want to talk about it. You want to talk about the potential that you're actually being controlled or you're in that controlling relationship. Again, as I said earlier, another sign is definitely if you become anxious or you become agitated or you become defensive when other people bring up the fact that, hey, he is controlling you or she is controlling you. Then you end up avoiding, okay, talking to your friends, family members who want you to be free, who want you out from the controlling person, but you don't want to talk to them because you don't want to deal with what's going on. You don't want to deal with the fact that you are indeed being controlled. Another thing is you may end up dismissing the control by introducing some hyper spiritual ideology, okay, that somehow suggests that you being together with that person, or indeed it could be an organization like a church or a ministry, okay, that, that's my ministry. I'm called to the person who's controlling. So I'm going to connect with that controlling bishop, that controlling minister, that controlling friend, brother or sister, even in Christ. That's my ministry. But yet you're being controlled. And again, God does not want you to be controlled. Okay. So you may deny the fact that you're being controlled when you see someone that has maybe some dysfunction in their life and you say, well, I'm there for them. Or again, it could be a church. I'm there for them. I need to sit here and pray, but they're controlling you. Okay. Not healthy. All right. You're in denial. And if you say to yourself, it's fine, this behavior, yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it's eventually going away. No, it's not going to eventually go away. What you're doing, and take responsibility for yourself, is that you're in denial. So to get free from denial, you need to identify any belief that you have that is irrational. Okay. So an irrational belief would be something along the lines of, you need to be approved, or you need to somehow connect with certain types of people or a certain person. Okay. And if you don't, then you are unworthy, that you're not good enough. You're not healthy. You're not valuable. Okay. So you need to replace that belief. That's renewing of the mind with a new rational view that suggests that you are worthy, that you are accepted. You're accepted simply because you're God's creation. You don't need a bunch of people or leaders or this, that, and the other to validate and affirm you. I mean, that's fine if it happens, but you need to understand that if you have that insatiable desire for that, you are a prime target for somebody to control you. And the last thing that I want to share with you today is that you need to learn to desire love from only people who value you and appreciate you. Okay. Recognize the good in you. All right. If not, then again, you're going to open yourself up potentially to control. So this is a place that I really want to do a lot of talking on. I'll put several videos out there. We'll keep them as short as possible, to really help many, many of you who are being controlled. Okay. Again, whether it's from a narcissist or a narcissistic type of person, a controlling type of person, legalistic, type person. So probably be a good investment for you. Check this out. Again, it's on Amazon.com, or you can go to our website, icanadvance.com. Again, that's icanadvance.com. Go to our products that we have out there. Again, this is our latest one. We just put this out at the beginning of the year, January 1st, 2021. Liberate yourself from controlling narcissistic and Jezebelic relationships. So that is the first thing you need to do to break free from the controller, is to come out of denial. I hope this message bless you today. We'll see you next time. All right. Hey, hit the like button if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already, and share the video as well.